honest to God, I don't think I've ever used whatever it is that my own actual speaking voice is.
You don't remember anymore?
There's other people that probably do me better than me. I remember playing Jedi Academy and going, oh, sweet, like Luke Skywalker's back in the game. And I'm listening and I'm going, wow, you know what? He sounds exactly the same. Mark Hamill hasn't changed. And then I looked in the credits and it was actually Bob Bergen doing Mark Hamill's real voice.
Wow.
As well, if not better, than Mark Hamill. But yeah, very rarely, occasionally on a radio spot or whatnot. Narration, yeah, I don't know, there's always a little tweak and twist going on. I mean, I tend to work a lot because I'm able to do some unnatural things with my voice. Other people, it's like, straight up, it's what you hear, it's what you get. It all comes down to acting, fundamentally. We talked about this earlier.
Yes. How do you feel about people who actually cosplay you?
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
It's happened.
Yes, it has. I've seen a few of
It's
them.
happened more than once, and it's extraordinarily flattering. It's also, we're just like, it's always women.
So has anyone?
Sometimes it's Bill Murray, sometimes it's my thumb.
So has anyone ever confused a Scott McNeil cosplay as a Bret Michaels cosplay?
Oh God, yeah. And it's like, as sort of the thing wanes a little bit. I've had people here this weekend going, dude, are you cosplaying Bret Mike? When I was just in England a little while ago, and somebody came up and saw it, took one look at me and they stopped and they're like, fuck man, that's great. Did you make that or did you buy it? So no, I just went in the dealer's room, they got a Scott McNeil costume. It's up the back. I'm not actually the original Scott McNeil. No, seven. Scott McNeil was retired living like a king. It's kind of cool. I was just walking around in Empire looking for a job, and they went, hey, you with the hair, you want a job? What do I have to do? You have to go, no! Okay, I can do that.
You said you were in Jedi Knight, right?
Pardon me?
Jedi Knight, the game?
Did I say I was in it?
Yeah.
No, I said I played it.
Oh.
You play the game? You play video games?
Because I was going to ask who you were, because I love that game. So.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty cool one.
I love Star Wars, obviously.
Sure, yeah. No, I sold my soul to World of Warcraft years ago.
My tier 10.
And I'm right now playing, if I could recommend somebody else's product entirely, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
That's a killer. I got to see that.
That's a 50-hour movie. And I checked out the guy that plays John Marston in it, because I thought he was amazing. He's got like 3 credits. He's never done anything, but he was so good. That was a 50-hour movie, and you cared. Oh wow, what a game! Yes.
You said you were in Dead Rising 2. Who do you play?
Am I not speaking right tonight?
He said he.
I played.
Oh, you played it. I'm sorry.
I played. I'll tell you this.
It's out already?
I was doing that for weeks.
I thought only the demo was out.
No, I played the game rather than.
Okay.
It. I would love to have worked on it.
I thought only Case Zero was out, the demo that you pay for. Oh, it's out? Okay, I gotta buy that then.
And speaking of great voice acting in games, I just started BioShock too.
Have you seen the trailer for the new one?
I'm just getting started on the set.
It's by the team who made the original one.
Okay.
It's set in a city called Columbia, up in the sky, and they actually have people who aren't just nuts. You walk into a room, they might not kill you right away. Unless you piss them off.
Hey, what?
That's a little bit like going to con.
Yeah.
Oh, themes are friendly.
It's coming out.
They're so scaring me.
It's coming out in 2012.
That's right.
Scott, by the way, Sword of the Stranger kicked ass.
Thank you.
You were in that?
That was nominated for Academy Award.
Oh, for real?
It should have been. You guys were awesome.
Well, it was nominated. We were up against Pixar's Up.
Oh.
But, the nomination was like, wow, we're one of 5 movies.
And by the way,
Disney.
is Brian's kid working as much as I hear him?
Brian's kid is working his butt off.
That's what I mean, he was awesome.
There's this whole second generation in Vancouver. Corlette's 2 kids work all the time. Brian's kid works. Everybody's kids are working. Kids! I went away with the cakes.
What class do you play in WoW?
The warrior, gotta be.
No.
Oh,
You know what? I get really bored with melee. I'm more of a caster. I've got my main now is a. No. I started off as Alliance, then I got better.
Oh.
What I play most, I have a night elf shadow priest that I finally just went. There's too many buttons, so I went. Hey, I'll be an arcane mage. One click. Who's on top of the DPS? Me. And I just because I finally hit all the tier 10, and I went, okay, now what? So I started up. I've got about a 67 Tauren druid.
Server?
Server. That one is Draenor. Are you distraction?
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
Since you play WoW, do you play StarCraft? Did you play StarCraft 2?
I haven't played StarCraft yet.
Dang, man.
Just thief now.
He's gonna probably take that on
All right, let me see. So we've covered the fine art of being Canadian.
The complexities of WoW.
I'm gonna go there, then I'm gonna go there.
Do you play Call of Duty?
Yes.
You played all of them?
I played. I have played all of them. I tend to like my Second World War shooters. So when it started to get all.
Medal of Honor?
Pardon me?
Medal of Honor, you
Best
play
game I've
that?
played.
Yes.
The best Second World War shooter. The first one.
Yeah.
Because it had pacing.
What was your favorite class?
It was class.
You,
I really liked math class. That was awesome. Oddly enough, I did really crappy in acting.
First off, I want to say, hey Scott.
Hey!
How's it going?
Good!
My question though is, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh God.
all of them.
Scott
Infinite
McNeil.
wishes. No, wait, that's the wrong question.
No, superpowers.
Superpowers?
Would you wear a cape?
I definitely would be a cape person.
And you would die right away.
It's like being a pirate. There's no point doing it if you're not in for the fashion.
And it probably sounds like the Incredible to talk.
I would be the atomic prawn. What? I would never see a man. A human gnat. So small you can't. Best t-shirt ever, just a white shirt. What's on your shirt? See that little dot there? That's the human gnat. What superpower would I like? I like them all. I want to be Omni-Man. I have all the powers of all the superheroes. Except poor Rogue. Never gonna get love.
Aww.
Well, I put some thought into it.
It's a cheap thought.
Oh, well.
I know, it's like, what would you do with 3 wishes? Infinite wishes. I don't know.
I'd just be mimic.
Because there's a lot. I would make X-ray vision. Hello.
But would you wear the Iron Man suit?
What? Too cumbersome. Actually, no, the Iron Man's. I saw a guy at a con that had built this perfect
Tony Stark.
replica of the Iron Man costume. I was like, he's ridiculous. It was perfect. It was like they'd taken a prop from the movie. This guy was-
They probably did.
I want to know if they passed out at any point during the con in that thing.
I always wanted to be Ghost Rider.
Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I think I cut him when I was like, dude.
What
Maybe Johnny
powers
Blaze.
does he have?
I'm not lighting this hair on
Ability to
fire.
light
Forget it.
marshmallows on his head. Dude, he's awesome at parties.
I know.
I think you're too nice to send people it's like damn me.
Oh, I'm not that nice. Oh no. Don't confuse. Yes. No.
Yes.
That's Sky Pilgrim.
It's set in Canada.
In Toronto, isn't it?
Canada.
It's set in Canada.
Well,
Scott versus the world.
I rarely watch anything, so.
So good.
Dude, he falls in love with this girl, but in order to hit her against the feet of 70
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the world. It's very funny.
Oh yeah.
The 7 evil exes.
They turn into what?
coins, and he gets points for it.
It's like watching
Winged
a
feet,
video.
they turn into like coins.
Oh,
Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
It's like playing a video.
It's really funny.
Really, compared to watching on my iPhone.
Who would win in a fight, Batman or Spider-Man?
Oh, come on.
Deadpool.
Now,
Yeah. This happened twice already.
is truly the only superhero out of the pairing. Because Batman is just a really angry dude with a lot of money. Superpowers.
Bill Gates with a bite.
I know that somebody did prove logically that he could actually beat Superman in a fight, which I thought was very weird. But
That's not. Punch in the face.
yeah. Well, and you know what? I'm going to say Batman just because he's, you know. Well,
got better sense of humor.
Dark
yeah.
Knight.
How much prep time does he have?
Sorry, but like Michael Keaton would kick Tobey Maguire's.
What about George Clooney?
Why don't you just say, why not Val Kilmer?
I still love the old Spider-Man show. That was done in Canada.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, in a weird tie-in, the guy that played Peter Parker and Spider-Man in that series was the guy that originally voiced Hermie the Elf in Rudolph. Which I did not know was Canadian until I watched the original Rudolph about 4 years ago and went, did one of them just say a boat? I had no idea, and I checked the credits. It was done in Toronto in 1964.
Nice.
That's always awesome.
Yeah, he drives like a car and has a robot fight monster.
Japanese Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Wow. Our show and I were Spider-Man. So lovely people. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Been talking to this weird guy named Wally Burr who talked about doing recording remotely with folks in Canada. I wondered if you could tell me about some of the hijinks with that.
How did you end up getting into contact with Wally Burr?
Met him at a BotCon.
Wally Burr has directed everything. He directed all of the old Scooby-Doo, all of the Hanna-Barbera stuff from the 60s. He's an amazing man. An amazing man. His history in cartoons is spectacular.
We're going to see him next week, actually.
With all due respect. Good God, Wally, what a pain in the ass you were to work with. Wally was very particular. I mean, normally a prelay session for us would take anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours. With Wally, we did single episodes of stuff like Conan, other shows that we would be in the studio for 14, 16 hours. Wally was the most precise stickler for exactitude in a show ever. You know, you get your script, okay, we're ready. All of a sudden, it was like rewrites would start coming in. He would, you know, all these lines and notes in the margins. He knew exactly what he wanted. So Wally is a fascinating man. I haven't seen him for a long time. I haven't worked with him for a long time.
I think he's expecting a great grandkid.
Really?
Yeah. Well, not him personally, but I mean his grandson.
Tell him I say hi, see if he remembers me. We used to fight all the time. We got into word fights, because, you know, most people think I'm stupid, and I'm just a little bit less stupid. And he would come in with some word, and, like, and one time, because it started off with something in one of the scripts that he wasn't quite sure of, and I went, oh, that makes it. It became this thing. And the greatest day of my life with Wally, I have a book on words, called Words, you know, by Paul Dixon. The term merkin happened to be in there, and I just happened to scan past the term merkin. I went, well, there's a cool word. You don't see that every day, and I'm not talking like merkin is things from merkin. So Wally happens, for some reason, it comes up, and he's like, all right, McNeil, here's one you won't know. You know, I went, merkin? What, you mean like the 13th century pubic wig? Anyway, any other time I would have come out, it's like, I'm just like, as casual as I can possibly be. So now y'all know what a merkin is.
Woo!
It's a good scrapper. It's like, no, yes, it is. Damn it, wait.